Jake Krumwiede is the Executive Director of OKPOP. OKPOP, you heard me right. And he's here to talk with us about 50 Days to Make History. What's that all about?
So we are nearing the end of our fundraising campaign. It's a really exciting time. So 50 days from our deadline. Our deadline is November 15th. And so actually we are, as of today, as of right now, we're on day 30. So about one more month left to wrap up our campaign. We're really excited and really excited about the future.
I can tell by the smile on your face, you either believe in Santa Claus or you know something the rest of us don't know.
You know, I'll just say we're about at 91% to our goal. We have a really great community of people, both in Tulsa, around the state, all of our community partners, our donors, our creative partners, the public. It's just really, really exciting to see how people are getting behind this project and are stepping up to support. It makes us feel really good.
Where did the idea come from in the first place?
Well, you know, the idea for OKPOP came out of a special exhibit that the Oklahoma History Center did a long time ago, 15 years ago almost. And there were a couple of exhibits about pop culture related things. And as they were creating those exhibits, we were starting to really see the breadth and scope of just how much Oklahoma has contributed to pop culture. And so it's really something to celebrate. There's Oklahomans behind every creative industry there is making things happen. We want to celebrate that. And more importantly, we want to inspire the next generation of Oklahoma.
Yeah. It could be anything from put this one on a pedestal or off the wall, hang it in the air.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, film, television, music, comics, literature, really there's a lot of things that fall within pop culture. But like I said, it's really impressive to see how many Oklahomans have really made interesting contributions to overall culture.
Have you been surprised at the availability of good material for the museum?
That's the fun part of our job, honestly, is being able to track down all of the collections that we want to use to be able to tell the story of Oklahoma's creativity. So it can be, you know, pieces from popular films that everyone knows and loves. You know, it's guitars and instruments that played on, you know, some of your favorite songs from your favorite bands. Finding these things, tracking them down, and finding ways to get them to be a part of our collection. It's fun. It's the fun part of our job, and it's really neat finding all the stuff. And there's some really great things that we're.
Do you ever solicit collections?
So we are mostly actively searching for things. There is a lot of instances, though, where people have sought us out and said, hey, I've been following you guys. I love what you're doing. I've got this great collection for Rue McClanahan. She was Blanche on Golden Girls. We've had a great collection come in that way from someone that sought us out. So we don't have to chase everything down. Sometimes it comes to us.
You ever have the opportunity to talk to Roy Clark?
I did. When I was at the Will Rogers Memorial Museum, that's where I started my career. I was at an event there we were hosting, and I made my way into the theater. I sat down, and I turned around and looked behind me, and right there behind me was Roy Clark, and my eyes got big, and I said, hello, Mr. Clark, and it was really, really cool. He's an incredibly nice guy.
Isn't he? Wasn't he?
He was.
He was really something.
Yeah.
You know, I had the opportunity to visit with him on a number of occasions, and he almost had a baseball career.
Yeah, he owned the Tulsa Drillers.
Co-owner.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's interesting. There's, I was a huge baseball fan when I still am, but I always dreamed of being a baseball player myself. So those stories always really resonate with me too. So another reason I love Roy Clark.
He told me one time that he had several guitars. He said, it's been my business, so that's what I've done. But one of them was made out of matchsticks by a group of inmates. I never got the chance to see it, but you might talk to his wife sometime.
I will, absolutely. That's interesting. Roy Clark, he's probably hands down one of the most talented musicians, from Oklahoma. Just incredible the amount of talent that guy had playing guitar. He could play almost any instrument, and he was such a talent.
And hosted the Tonight Show. He did. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story about him. There was a fellow once. Somebody said he was a great guitar player, and somebody asked him, said, "How does it feel to be the fastest guitar player in the world?" He says, "I don't know. You need to talk to Roy Clark."
Yeah. I have heard that story, and it might be more folklore than anything because I have heard it attached to several different guitarists.
Yeah, but this one, it fits.
Yeah, he was incredibly talented. In fact, pull up any video of him playing. It's just incredible to watch him play. He's such a talent.
Well, I think this museum deserves a place of honor, and I have believed that since the beginning and found out what all was going to be in there. Can you share with the folks at home some of the items you've got, what they might see if they come over?
One of my favorite pieces is what I call the guitar that survived the day that music died. So a lot of people don't realize after Buddy Holly, his band, the Crickets, broke up, when he was assembling a new band to go on tour, that last fateful tour, he got a session musician that played on the album that they had just released to join the band. His name was Tommy Alsop. He was from Owasso. He grew up in Claremore. And so he was Buddy Holly's guitarist on that last tour. And, Buddy Holly chartered that last plane flight for his band. Turns out the Big Bopper wasn't feeling well. He had flu-like symptoms. So the bass player in Buddy Holly's band, which happened to be Waylon Jennings, by the way, gave up his seat to the Big Bopper. And then Tommy flipped a coin with Ritchie Valens and lost the coin toss. And so Tommy and that guitar didn't get on the plane. So we have his guitar that he played on that tour. And it's a really incredible piece. And I just love the story it tells of Oklahomans kind of behind the scenes, incredibly talented in these pivotal moments in pop culture history.
I have to admit I'm guilty. I am guilty of what I'm about to tell you, but I have seen people up with their hands looking in when you're closed. Do you get much of that?
Oh, absolutely. I think people are just as excited and as anxious to see what this museum will be as we are. And that's what I love about it. Like, pop culture is fun. It's the stuff of life, as we say. It's a really interesting, authentic reflection of who we are as people. It's our likes and interests. It's what we gravitate towards: music, film. The Oklahomans that create it, it's an authentic reflection of themselves and the art that they create. And I think that's why it resonates with so many people. It's about us. This museum's a story about us. Pop culture's about people, and that's really what we are. And so I think people get excited about it because it's things they love.
I can't wait to see what happens in the next 50 days. I'm one of those that I believe for a long time. Of course, I believe in the Tooth Fairy. Honest to God, I still if I lose anything out of there, I'm going to put a quarter.
That's right.
Under the pillow.
Absolutely.
How to get there? I cannot wait to see what you have in your collection. I can't wait to let it just kind of wash over me like a wave, because you're filling in a gap that has existed in this town for a long, long time.
Sure.
The things you have might not have fit the Gilcrease or the Philbrook, or
You're absolutely right.
They needed a place to be shown. People will recognize them and go, "I didn't see that."
Yes, that's very true. There is a museum in Oklahoma that reflects so much of who we are as a people. This piece was missing, and we're really thrilled to be able to tell this story and tell it well and really reflect what Oklahoma is, and those things that make Oklahoma awesome.
Well, I got to tell you, we're out of time, and it went by too quick.
Yeah.
When you achieve your goal,
Yes.
you'll go public, of course.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Big celebration.
Absolutely.
I'll be on the outside looking in. Please keep us informed.
We will.
We'd like maybe get you back after you make your goal.
Absolutely. Love to be here.
You're a
Always.
good man.
Thank you.
I don't care what anybody says.
Well, thank you. Don't listen to any of them.